Hi, everyone. I'm Jamie Vaughn with CCM, and I'm here today with very special guest, Jaime Masetta, who is a new CCM artist. Hi, Jamie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How
I'm doing great. And tell your parents I love the way they spelled your name.
are you?
Um, Tell me, how has it been? I know that you just started in the music business with this new EP, and as soon as it hit is when the nation kind of went on lockdown. How was that feeling as a new artist when everything kind of came to a standstill?
Yeah, we had like the CD release party planned, and
Hmm.
we didn't know if we were gonna cancel that. So we ended up doing it, and there, like the day after was when
Really?
they in Ohio, the governor said like less than, only less than 50 people in a
Hmm.
group. That was like that point.
Hmm.
So it was like kind of a miracle that we were able to do it. I think we had a good number of people, and it ended up being really great. So now I'm kind of just working on my music and um, really focusing on that because there's not much else to do.
Yeah.
I've been trying to stay safe, stay healthy, and make sure that my family stays safe and healthy. So,
Well, tell us, since you're new to most of the CCM family here, tell us a little bit about your background, your family, where you're from.
okay, yeah, I'm from Ohio. My whole family's from Ohio. Um, we're very Italian. That is something that we like to brag about a lot. Um, I wanted to do musical theater for most of my life, and my family is very artsy. My siblings dance. The only person in my family that's not artsy is my stepdad. He likes all sports. We kind of lost that battle since we're all artsy. But yeah, I wanted to do musical theater, and I went in and I decided to do music ministry in my junior year. And so, yeah, we're all just kind of very happy musical people. So,
What prompted that change from being a musical theater major to music ministry?
um, I don't really like. There was one specific day, which is kind of it's kind of funny. Like I did a praise and worship thing at my church, and then I had people come up to me and say that they felt pulled by the Holy Spirit and like all kinds of amazing things that I didn't know I could do that. Like I didn't know I was able to do that. And I was working on getting an audition book together for college with my voice teacher and my acting coach. And I had all this stuff ready to go for colleges. I had a bunch of colleges lined up. I was like stressed and excited at the same time. But then all of this started happening, and I was realizing I really loved ministry. I loved worshiping with people and helping them worship and like guiding them towards Christ. And so um, I talked to my voice teacher, and she was gung ho about musical theater. And she's like, "You seem so much happier when you talk about worshiping and when you talk about music ministry." And then my mom said the same thing the same day. And I was like, I really need to pray about this. So that's what ended up happening. I prayed, and it took a few weeks for me to be like, this is definitely what I want to do. And now here I am.
So we have this new EP. It came out in March. It's called Stages of Hope. It's 5 songs. And did you write some of these songs, or are these just songs that you selected? I know that there's a couple on there that I know that most of America has sung in church before.
Yeah, Who You Say I Am is the only cover on there.
Okay.
Everything else, they're originals. Me and my producer both co-wrote them. Yeah, so the last song on the album is A Letter Before I Go, which was all me. That's about my family. And just like a big thanks to them because I'm not good with words. And so I figured I could do it in the way I know best. So yeah, all of those 4 songs are mine. And then Who You Say I Am is obviously Hillsong's.
When you're writing, where do you find your inspiration?
Um, well, before everything hit, I found it in churches. I would go to the church near me, and I would sit at their piano and just I would play there, and it would just feel kind of like home to me
Mhm.
when I was there. Now I've been in my basement, but I still find inspiration when I'm like in nature, and like you could still hike and everything. Being outside is great. So I love going on walks with my friends, or like just doing anything in nature or reading. I love reading. Um, Even just talking to people, I can find great inspiration in how people live their lives and what they've gone through. Yes, that's where I try to find it in everything
Hmm.
because, I mean, that's important.
Is there a song on here that means more to you than the others, maybe?
Yeah, definitely the last song, "A Letter Before I Go." I, like I said, I'm not good with words, and I owe so much to my family for what they've done for me throughout this whole thing. So, like, we've gone through a lot as a family, and I feel like that song really kind of ties everything together.
Mhm.
Like, I'm the oldest, so I'm growing up and I'm leaving the nest, as I say in the song, and it's so personal to me compared to, I mean, all the songs are personal to me in ways, but that song is the most personal. Yeah.
So when somebody picks up this CD or downloads it or streams it, what do you want them to take away from it?
I want them to take away that no matter where they are in their life, like, God is there. Whether they're growing up and they're going off to college and they're nervous, God's there. Whether they're in like a state of addiction or any kind of mental state that is deteriorating to them, that God is still there and with them. That's what stages of hope means to me, is that, like, there are different stages you can get to until you're at the point where you're like, I understand now. God has been there the whole time. So yeah, definitely just like that hopeful feeling for all of the people that are dealing with things, or even if they're not dealing with anything right now and they're perfectly happy that God is still there.
Mhm. And who are some of your musical inspirations?
I love elevation worship right now. My whole family, since this whole thing, we've been watching Steve Furtick, Pastor Steve, on the live streams every Sunday because we haven't been able to really go to church. Um, so we've been watching that a lot, and I fell in love with how they worship and how they do everything, and like their music is amazing. Um, and then on the more secular side, I really like Sleeping at Last, who's very uncommon. I think not a lot of people know about him, but the way that he writes his songs, it's so inspiring to me because they're so different, and he really like goes all in with everything that he does, which is really awesome to me. Yeah.
And what is next on your plate?
Well, right now I've been working on a full-length album, about 10 songs. Yeah, super excited about that. My producer and I have been meeting back and forth about it for a few weeks. I'm really, it's a big thing for me because I was super stretched thin with college last year, and now I feel so much better. I'm able to do it. It's more familiar to me.
Mhm.
So now I'm really going all in with the full album. Yeah, 10 songs is um it's, and then I'm also doing a Christmas song that'll be coming out in December, I think, either November or December.
So, how can people find your music?
It's on all platforms. It's on Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube, and I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Music as well. It's on everything. Super exciting, and I'm on my website also.
And you're on Facebook and Instagram, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody, please make sure you go out and find Jamie's music. Jamie, thank you so much for talking to us today at CCN.
Absolutely.
Best of luck and best wishes on what God has next in store for you.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.